Hello everyone, Trigger's the name, and this is my video game news cap for the week. Okay, let's get this started. Cyberpunk 2077 came out super buggy, super crazy. Had so many issues with it for so short of time that people had it. And first, I was trying to give it credit because a lot of reviews came out before the first initial patch when the game actually came out, because a lot of people got their copies way before that first initial patch. They were saying that, oh, the game is super buggy, they had all these issues with it and all the kind of stuff that's going on with it. I'm like, give it a break, give it a break. There hasn't been that much patches. The game hasn't even officially come out yet. We should give it some time and try and see if we can give it a chance before we send out some reviews for it. And it's been out for a while, and it's still very buggy. It's still having crashes. I have been playing the game a lot, and I've had it crash almost 8 times on me, and I play on a PS5. And I'm hearing that it was way worse on a PS4 and Xbox One on lower end consoles, but then a new patch came out and fixed a lot of those issues. So my brother who's playing it on a regular PS4, he really hasn't had that many bugs and that much game crashes, but I feel like I've been having bugs all over the place, and the game doesn't look that great. I was really looking forward to playing on the 4K kind of style things on my PS4 Pro and anything like that, and it just doesn't look anything that great. I really enjoy the game. I like the characters, the story, the combat, and all the things you can do with it. I kind of wish it was a little bit more of choice driven. It's yeah, you can choose your own dialogue and stuff like that, but I just feel like there's not that much choices you can do. Overall, it's just a game that it's okay. Cyberpunk 2077 is an okay game. It's definitely not going to get Game of the Year. It's barely going to get Game of the Decade. I doubt it. I was hyping up to be a Game of the Decade kind of stuff, but I know with how buggy it is, and probably by the time it gets fixed, it probably won't be really that great. I don't know, it's just not that great, in my opinion. And apparently a lot of people also is expressing their displeasures with the game to the point where Cyberpunk's actually released an apology letter online saying that, hey, we're sorry about this kind of stuff, we're trying to work through it, trying to get a lot of fixes and stuff. And it was crunched, and apparently there was a lot of bad things going on with actually the company. So CG Projekt Red is definitely shouldn't, I really don't want to go ham on them because they are actually a really good company, but there is a lot of things they did pull that makes it things that EA likes to do in their companies. They instead of doing a bonus system, they actually did a token system, is what I heard. It's kind of weird. If you do well enough and you do crunches and you do all this kind of stuff, we give you a token, and that token you can use to get a bonus and stuff like that. So I don't know, that's also a pretty bad kind of situation. But here's the thing, I understand why they released it as a buggy mess like they did. This game was getting so much pressure from so much of the publishers and the stockholders and fans, literally pressuring them, demanding this game came out when it did, even though it should have been delayed till next year. It's just the memes were going for it, people sending out death threats to them, unfortunately, and they had to release. The game could not release on the time that it did, and the game was clearly not ready. And they pretty much said that, yeah, no, sorry, it's not ready, but we had to do it. We were being pressured by so many people. So I give them credit for them having to do it, and I don't give them all the fault for that. But still, they had a lot of time to work on this, and this is the way it is. Even without crunch, and then at the end there was a lot of crunch for it, is what I heard. But I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you guys are enjoying Cyberpunk? Do you guys encounter any of the crazy bugs, or have you not encountered any bugs at all? Is it kind of just a simple basic game, or is it the breathtaking game that you've always thought it was going to be? Let me know in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. The other thing that I want to talk about is very quick, Twitch bans the word simp. There's a lot of things that they were banning. They were banning virgin, simping, and some other kind of word, but they wanted to ban that because it was really mean to people, and I'm just おかわいいお弁当 also, like, is simp really a bad word? Like, I don't know. Like, I think it's funny. Like, I think simping is actually a funny kind of thing because it's pretty much white knighting, which it's almost the exact same thing in my opinion. But they're not banning white knight. You know, they're just banning simping, which is weird. And I don't know why they're like targeting all these kind of things. You know, banning certain phrases like blind playthroughs and also that. It's like Twitch is getting as big as ever, and they're cracking down, or they're getting pressured by all these other companies that are paying them, and they're targeting all the creators who are pretty much making Twitch what they are, and they're making it harder for them to work. And that's what I think is really dumb with what Twitch is doing lately, is that they're making it, now that they're getting bigger, they're making it harder for creators to do the things that they've been doing that made Twitch as big as they are. And that's kind of what just happens when a company gets really big, is that when a company gets big, they start actually getting more like restrictions that they have to place to stay as big as they are. But what they're doing is they're really buying the hand that feeds them, and there's going to be a new platform, a new thing that's going to be coming out where people are just going to hop onto, and people will actually start wanting to do it on there until they start getting big and they start getting the restrictions, and they'll hop off and do it again. And they probably keep on doing that until like there's going to be an overall ban on every single platform, and they just can't do what they want to do, which I hope never happens. And I hope like Twitch and YouTube gets their stuff together so they don't have to deal with that kind of stuff. But I don't know, I think it's still kind of dumb. Another thing that I want to talk about, and this is a little bit of an anime thing, and I already said in my last video that I was going to talk about anime, but I'll make this really quick for you guys because I just think it's really interesting. So Sony bought Funimation. So keep that in mind. Sony bought Funimation, which is kind of cool, you know. Sony bought Funimation, so like now there's gonna be more anime stuff with like Sony kind of properties. So I think that's kind of cool. They're going to be funding them, getting that kind of stuff. But a lot of people don't like Funimation. I couldn't care less really what they do. There is some exclusive stuff on it, so I pay for the service to like watch it. And I do like a lot of the anime that's on Funimation. But apparently, it seems like with the money they bought from Funimation, they used to buy Crunchyroll. So now Funimation owns Crunchyroll, which is insane to think about. Now, I will let you know that technically Funimation didn't buy Crunchyroll. It was Sony who bought Crunchyroll. So like Sony owns Funimation and Crunchyroll. So Sony owns anime streaming pretty much, which is actually pretty awesome in my opinion. Sony has a lot of money to back them up, to have them do more and more cool stuff. Maybe get some more licensing, some more exclusivity onto those kind of stuff. So I think it's actually really cool in my opinion, but a lot of people are just looking at it like that it's going to be more monitored. There's going to be a lot less restrictions on like less anime that like in the species reviewers is probably not going to be ever happening again on any of the platforms, which again, don't really care too much about. In the species reviewers is a great anime. I actually had a lot of fun watching it. I'm not going to tell you the website I watched it on. But I still thought it was really good. I thought it was really awesome. And I didn't really care too much when they took it off of Funimation because there's so many other ways to watch it. But it's just so convenient to watch it on Funimation and Crunchyroll, you know, because to watch on other kind of websites, you have to deal with the ads, and I had to watch on my TV. I had to watch on my PC instead of watching it on my TV and kind of stuff. That's why I like Funimation and Crunchyroll so much more than any of the pirate sites that you have to go to watch a lot of the other anime, because it's very convenient. I will pay for conveniency. It's kind of what we all do. We all pay for conveniency. Now that Sony is making it easier for that conveniency for the anime industry, I think I'm probably just going to keep on enjoying it until they make it like $500 to watch like one anime. Then I'll probably go back to pirating. Last thing I want to talk about is the Game Awards that just happened. Actually, it happened last week, but whatever. There's a lot of controversy going on with it. You know, a lot of companies that pretty much put a lot of money into it pretty much made the winners understandable. You know, like Last of Us Part 2 won everything. You know, like made the joke. Last of Us won Game of the Year, the one best narrative, best sound design, best Twitch streamer, best YouTube commenter, best gift maker. You know, like just put all the different memes together that they won, and they pretty much won it. I don't think they should have won, in my opinion. I feel like Last of Us probably should have won best accessibility. because I thought that was really cool. But other than that, that's all I think they won. I still was rooting for like Doom Eternal to make some more, Animal Crossing to make more. Ghost of Tsushima should totally have won Game of the Year in my opinion, but I'm not the one that's putting a ton of money on this kind of stuff, and they probably had to put a lot of money into this to make Last of Us win, because if you think about it, the Game Awards is not really about Game Awards anymore. It's a giant ad service. Think about it. Game Awards now just is more important of showing more of the games that are coming out that you can pre-order and buy, and less of the actual awards, which even then they put so much money on who would win that it's just big ad. Because why would they put Ghost of Tsushima as the top winning one if it's already doing super well? It actually is making a lot more sales than ever, and it actually won a lot of awards by itself. While Last of Us really didn't win any awards and actually did really bad in sales. Well, for the first week, it actually did super well, but then it kind of drifted away after like reviews started coming out for it. But now they wanted to have all this like game of the year kind of like awards attached to it, so they can resell it as a game of the year and be like, hey, look, this game's game of the year, so you should buy it. So it's pretty much just an ad like injection that's put into the game so that people are more likely to buy it because it has the giant game of the year tag onto it. And they only did that for that game because it wasn't doing so well anymore, instead of like games that already are doing super well, like Animal Crossing, Doom Eternal, and Ghost of Tsushima. Those kind of games are the ones that are actually like doing well, so there's no point of having all the awards put into those games, because one, they probably didn't put that much money into it for the awards, and two, they're already doing well, so why put more like attention onto the games that are doing well and less attention on games that are not doing well? Like in my mind, as a gamer, I want to see games that are doing well get rewarded, but unfortunately in the industry, especially on marketing, kind of like corporal kind of industry, you want to support and like bring out more of the content of games that are not doing so well, so you can make more money off of those games, so you already don't have to worry about the other games. They're already doing so well, but these games that are not doing so well, let's put it in the limelight, let's make some more money off it, even if it's 100% not worth the awards and the attention they get. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the Game Awards was spot on? Everyone that won was what you wanted, or are you actually mad about what happened with the Game Awards, and do you have a different opinion on what you think the Game Awards is nowadays? I don't know, I'm really curious. And also, by the way, Seth Roth has a freaking character in Super Smash Bros. It's freaking awesome. I'm actually super looking forward to playing his side of everything and playing as him. I think it's gonna be like a more epic version of like Ike, so I think that should be fun. Mass Effect, oh my god, I'm so excited for freaking Mass Effect. I'm actually super looking forward to being Mass Effect 4, continuing off the trilogy instead of going on Andromeda. Don't get me wrong, love Andromeda, and I actually think this is a really underrated game that a lot of people are not really looking into, but I still think that it'd be better if it would go to like the fourth one. But if they do, they have to change some of the reasons why some of the endings didn't work out in the third one. So I wanted to know if they're going to do something. I still want to support the indoctrination theory. I think that'd be great. But that'll be it for me today. I just wanted to talk about some of the cool things that happened in the gaming news, and I wanted to let you guys know some quick information. If you guys think I missed out some information, I probably did miss out some information, or some really interesting news stories, let me know in the comments below. I will definitely research it and maybe post it in my next video that I'm actually going to be talking about. And if you agree with what I said, then yeah, post on that too. If you didn't like it, let me know in the comments below. I do want to see what you guys' opinion on the things that we talked about today. Let's create a conversation. I'm really excited about it. I will spawn to pretty much everything you say in the comments. So yeah, stay tuned for the next week when I'll talk about the next gaming news. And yeah, hope you guys all have yourself a nice day. Bye.